What are the overarching themes, energies coming up for Sagittarius in April 2025, please? Stuck energy. All right, so this is not an energy you guys like at all, okay? Far from it. Yes, Sagittarius is, the last thing they want to experience is feeling stuck in any capacity, right? So I imagine this could be quite annoying, frustrating, infuriating for some of you guys, okay? You may be like, why have I hit another roadblock? Why do I feel like I can't move forward? Why does this keep happening? But this time, I really don't know what to do. I really don't know what the answer is. Because it feels like no matter what I do, the result is the same, right? For some of you guys, that may be something you're already feeling at this time. But just know that, again, like I say, it's so important to pay attention to the signs when you spot them, okay? Because I do feel like some of them are going to be glaring, but because you're so close to the problem and you're so fed up and over it, that you may not even see them for what they are. So if you don't have the answer or you don't know what to do, be open to the ways in which insight, solutions can be presented to you, because they may be unconventional, all right? So it's like the same kind of thinking will not get you out of the issue or out of the problem or resolving the issue, resolving the problem, or out of the situation that you find yourself stuck in, right? It is out of the box thinking or a different approach, a different perspective that's actually going to get you out of the situation. Okay, so that's why it's important, because obviously when you're in the thick of it, it's hard to see things from another perspective because you're just bogged down by the situation. So my advice would be just to keep an open mind and keep your eyes open, right? Your ears open for solutions that can be presented to you in an unconventional way. Okay? So interesting. Tell me more about this then for Sagittarius. Tell me more about this energy for Sagittarius in the month of April. Yeah, the Chariot, exactly. And it's so funny because you literally got a car here that's stuck, right? I can't move. I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to resolve the issue. This is the car moving. If it was in reverse, I'd be like, okay, still stuck. No, this is the car moving. So, and again, it's not minor arcana, it's major arcana. There is divine influence at play here. You see the rainbow, the sign, the message from the universe, from the divine, letting you know that there is a solution, in fact, right? But you need to pay attention in order to see it, in order to spot it, in order to dial in, okay, to what's being presented. It may even come through as a form of a download, right? Or you may see something that triggers some kind of idea, okay? So I really do make sure you pay attention, okay, to the signs that are around you and don't dismiss them. Because I feel like that is what's going to trigger you into finding the answer, all right? Or it's going to help sort of put you on the right path, the right line of thinking that's going to help you find the answer that you seek, okay? And help you get moving again. So there's definitely divine assistance at play in your life in the month of April. You're not dealing with the situation alone, okay? It's really important that you do know that, Sagittarius, because you may feel like you're alone and you're just stuck in it, but no, there is support available. Tell me more for Sagittarius. Ten of Cups in reverse. Okay. So you may feel like you can't rely on a support system. You can't rely on family, friends, okay? Maybe you feel like when you've asked for help in the past, you were kind of fobbed off, or they didn't come through for you in the past. So you may be reluctant to ask for help from others, which I can understand. But it's almost feels like with that Ten of Cups, like you just don't feel like anyone has your back. You don't feel like you have emotional support or someone who's willing to help you in a bind, you know, which is sad. And I'm sorry if you do feel that way. You may even be moving out of a situation, okay, that is connected to family. So maybe you are distancing yourself from certain relatives because of a breakdown of a connection, right? You know, it just feels like there's some kind of, how do I phrase it? It's like a lack of belief when it comes to emotional support from others, right? So, yeah. And I feel like that's also what's making you feel stuck and alone. Because you remember at the beginning, I said you feel alone. That's why. Because you feel like there's no one you can turn to in a time of need, which is really sad. Yeah, you have the Fool card. So I'm telling you, things are going to change, okay? Things are definitely going to change. You have a new beginning on the horizon, Sagittarius, okay? And it's funny because you see how he's holding one single cup. I feel like that's you and the universe, okay? So I am sorry if you feel like your friends have let you down, your family's let you down, okay? But just know that as long as you've got yourself, you're always home, no matter where you are, okay? As long as you know you have your back, okay, you know the divine is there for you, okay, then you're never alone. And maybe it's through a change in environment, change of circumstance, that you connect with people that you really feel like are part of your soul tribe, soul family, you know? Maybe these people, biological relatives, friends that you've known for a long time, are not really people that you can consider family, but that doesn't mean that you won't meet them, you know? Exactly, Five of Swords, yeah. So I do feel like on some level, you know, you do feel a bit defeated. You do feel a bit like, you know, like you've racked your brain and every possible solution you could think of, you've already tried. So you have no idea how to sort of hit the ground again, how to get the ground running again, right? But there is a solution. There is an answer. I just think it's really coming in a very unconventional way, okay? And it's going to be like a sign from the universe, okay? That gives you the answer. And it's going to let you know, like, hey, I see you, okay? You're not alone. I'm sorry if people made you feel like you're alone, that you don't have that support, but you're not alone, okay? Yeah. It may even be that you're wanting to move. Okay, some of you, seems like it's getting some specific messages here, but it's a theme where like some of you guys may have even had to like move home, like say leave certain people behind, right? You may even be like in a process of cutting certain people off, especially with that Knight of Swords in reverse. Especially people you know who speak ill over your name or gossip, you know. There may be a particular person that you know is very dishonest, okay, very manipulative. May have been like almost like stirring the pot, you know what I mean? And that's definitely one of the people that I feel that you are distancing yourself from, okay? But this could even be someone that was once a very good friend or a relative. So I can understand why that would have an emotional impact, and I'm sorry if you have experienced that, but just know that that's not going to be indicative of other interactions that you have with people, you know. Not everyone is going to operate that way, okay? So please don't give up, okay? As much as you may want to give up on people because of how they've been treating you as of late, okay? Not everyone's going to treat you that way, Sagittarius, and not everyone's going to leave you in the lurch when you need help, okay? And that's why the divine's coming through to let you know that regardless, they've always got your back, okay? So I hope that does help.